Hello there everyone, it's Tomato here, and today we are gonna have a look at my own Lego Compatible Chaos the Baryonyx, or to make it more easy understood, the Baryonyx from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, or Chaos the Baryonyx from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 2. Okay, so this figure is, you might think this figure, yeah, you might think it's just a repaint, but no, it's much more than that, because I'm gonna show you in a moment what I did with this figure to modify it to make it more than just a repaint. Okay, so let's take a closer look right now. So starting off with the head. The head you can see, the prominent feature on the Chaos the Baryonyx, this color scheme is to have a blue coloration on here, a bright blue on here, and I don't know about the latest snout here, but I didn't fill it in. I only filled this in because that's the most noticeable part in the movie. And so in the mouth it's bright red, completely red. Yeah, there's no excess brown stuff, which is brown coloration. That's not in there. Okay, so moving on to the spikes. The spikes are made a little bit, like, because of the paint. The paint make the spikes seem a little more dull. No, like, the spikes are not as sharp when I use paint on it, because when I started doing it, the spikes are actually quite a little bit sharp, but then when I painted it over, I guess the paint just dries in there and make it not sharp anymore. And so moving on with the hands, this is where the most customization part happened. Okay, so over here I cut off the fourth fingers and the feathers on the, like, the spikes, you know, like for the Indoraptor, for the Indominus Rex, at its shoulder here. Yeah, I cut it off because in the movie the Baryonyx did not definitely have that. And that's the problem with the, you know, the Lego Baryonyx in the Jurassic World Lego series. The, wait a minute, what does it call? Like, genuinely the Baryonyx that Lego produced. Yeah, I don't think it's a very good Baryonyx. I think it's the Lego did it pretty selfishly. Like, they changed just the head as the Baryonyx head, and the rest of the body, except the coloration, the Indoraptor. Like, for the original Lego, I know, yes, they have to save money because manufacturing new stuff's gonna cost a lot of money, but then why does it have to be an Indoraptor body? It should have been just the Baryonyx itself, and it would be much better if that's the case. But even the hands here. But then no, they did not. And even though the newer releases, the Baryonyx, the, what does it call? The Camp Cretaceous Lego sets that are coming up, the Baryonyx, even the toes here, look, they did not even change that. So yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, really is a shame. And anyway, just moving on. So you can see here, I did not put the sickle claw down because, first of all, I don't have the essential tools to cut it down. It either have to be stay like this, or have I used this tool, which will more than likely destroy the entire foot. And up here, you can see like some stripes, some spots, and running over here, and the tail, yeah, it's so freaking long. Yeah, like, Baryonyx did not, in the movie, did not have a tail that long. And the other side is just the same, but the paint on the side is, I prefer this side more. You know, I don't know why. This side, I always painted it like so much better than this side. You might not be able to see it clearly, but in my point of view, the paint didn't transfer the quality from this here, the side, to the side, which is a little bit of a shame. And it does not stand that well, but it can stand. Okay, so let's move on with the comparison. Here is my Lego Compatible Baryonyx next to a bootleg Lego Raptor. No, a fake Lego. Okay, so you can see here there's the same size as the what does it call? The original Baryonyx. Yeah, the one that Lego made. Well, fun fact, frankly, this one makes more sense because technically this one originated from an Indoraptor. Yeah, just ignore the head, the body, and imagine the Indoraptor head over here. Yeah, that's the Indoraptor size. Pretty big, isn't it? Well, in case you didn't know already, it's the fact that the Lego Indoraptor is actually made larger than the Indoraptor in the movie. So technically, the Indoraptor would actually be on, if it's standing like this, its arm should have been longer, and yeah, and it should have been like shorter. From like this point, the height should be shorter, and the length should be a little bit shorter. Yeah, to make an Indoraptor. But then, as a Baryonyx and transforming this into a Baryonyx, it's pretty good. Yeah, it matches up very well with the size of the Raptor. And okay then, when we have the comparisons out of the way, okay then, let's take a final look at this figure. Let's go. Okay then, so for the final look, what I'm gonna say here is that first of all, this quote custom, I only changed a few bits on this figure. So first of all, you see the snout over here. Can you see like a little bit of visible epoxy there? Yeah. In case you see it, yeah, I make this snout broader because like in the original Lego, it's, in my opinion, not that broad. And so I slightly add a little bit of like the epoxy putty and make it broader. Pretty rare to notice in your point of view, but in my point of view, it's pretty much visible. And you can see here that I mentioned over and over the over here, cut it out, and frankly, over here I did not paint because it's pretty hard for paint to go in there. And the other factor is you're not gonna look at it that angle anyway. And also look at the tail. The tail is where it might not look like, but it's actually one of the hardest like part to paint because you gotta be like so careful with this to not overleap the line, because as you can see over here, some sloppiness that I made, but then they're pretty small and I can live with it, and I didn't have to go kill myself to just fix this figure. Well, this is also one of the first one I made. Like, I wouldn't show exactly the first one I made because I'm too embarrassed. And yeah, this Baryonyx that custom, I love it, and in my opinion, it's one of the best custom I've made so far. You know, I actually made so many customs. You can check it out on my Instagram page, Best Tomato. Just search out on Instagram, and yeah, you see a heck ton more customs like these ones. Okay then, so that's gonna wrap up the video. If you enjoyed, then hit the like button, and until next week, I'll see you later. Bye bye.